Okay, you're still watching Tea or Coffee, and I am not here alone. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing?
I'm fine.
It's Friday.
It's Friday.
I like this ensemble.
You know, as a choir boy, you can't go out to rep.
Okay. Sexy chicken.
Well, you know
All right. Good morning, everyone. My name is Omobolade Oladeko, and we cannot wait to jump into all the conversations that we have for you this morning. I heard when Ade was telling everyone that the Friday games is going to be between you guys, but you know how it is. You know what it is. You know what's it going to be. The Friday games, the winner, right here.
Wine yourself. This is a different Friday.
Ade.
Actually, I think, I have an idea what we're playing, and I feel like you're better at it than me, but don't worry.
Ade.
There is grace.
Wait.
On my head.
Wait. Meat of super. Meat power. It's gonna be fun. I don't even know what game we're playing this. That's how interested I am to, I'm not competitive, honestly. I am not competitive.
Yeah, you say that, but then I don't know.
It's gonna be fantastic.
It's no problem. No problem.
Like you broke it down when you opened the show this morning. We're talking about pets.
And that's like your field, really, because you have like different animals that you sleep with.
Mm-hmm. So, before now, if we could do a playback of about a year ago on Tea or Coffee, you would hear me at different instances where I said I didn't like pets. At different instances. Really? I remember yes.
Wow.
Early last year, 2019.
Okay.
I can tell you for a fact, more than 20 instances where I said, I am not a fan of pets. And that's because
Wait, so this was 2019?
2019, early 2020.
Okay.
Yeah,
wow.
That I was not a fan of pets. I started being a fan late 2020.
Wow.
Interesting.
Interesting.
So, I
would never guess that.
Did you get? I didn't grow up with having pets at all. I didn't grow up loving pets. I didn't. My mom was not a fan of dogs and all of that. And so because of that, we saw documentaries. We love them from afar. We see them in people's houses. Yeah. We love them from afar. Yeah. We see them in TV. We love them from afar. You get my point?
Not in your house.
Okay. Yes, not in our house at all. In fact, you know that for cats in this part of the world, there is an evil connotation. A typical Nigerian doesn't have a cat. Well, the narrative has changed with the millennials and all of that, but a typical baby boomer Nigerian doesn't have a cat because they feel like it is evil, they are witches, and they are sent, they are easily manipulated.
There's superstitious
beliefs. There are a lot
of
superstitious beliefs for cats. So, that is a no-no. But for dogs, of course, they use them as security. They hardly would you find a dog a lap dog, a Chihuahua, all of those very fancy, cute dogs. You find very big dogs, Alsatians, Pitbull Terriers, and all of those. Yeah. So, interesting, yes. But then, late 2020, my auntie got a cat.
Okay.
A kitten, actually, because it's a baby cat.
Yeah.
And we were like, okay, but the cat was so cute. Yeah. And the cat was always playing with us. And you know how cats are, they're very needy and clingy. And the cat would come and do and then it purrs, and then it rubs his body around you. It was just so easy to love. Yeah. And then my little brother did something. He bought a dog as a puppy. Yeah. Yes, he was 7. And then what he did was he took the dog home, like to my parents, and he left.
Oh, wow. So he just left the dog?
He just left the puppy and went. Oh, wow. Because he was 7 and then there was lockdown, so he was locked where he was. Yeah. The dog was locked at home, and then my mom had no choice but to care for him. But she loves the dog so much.
That's so cute.
The dog is them. We'll show you the dog later. Yeah. And the cat. And so because of that, I just grew some sort of affection for animals because the people around me were loving animals. So there's something about loving animals by association. Okay. Like, when you're in a space and everybody around you are in that space loving animals, somehow you just get attracted. Okay, so what's the fuss about?
Yeah.
You want to like play with things, play with it. Don't worry, it won't bite, and you know all of these things. So it's just interesting. I genuinely advise that parents should actually get pets for their children, and that's the conversation we're going to be having this morning.
Right.
It actually helps with development. It helps the children's ability to have empathy.
Okay.
Empathy for other things apart from humans, because you know, there are times in some parts of the world humans don't have empathy for animals. The only empathy that they have is towards you know, other human beings, not animals, not insects whatsoever. But it actually teaches your child to have empathy for anything other than a human, just to, you know, see the other side of life. It might actually create a career. You might create a career out of that, because
like
I mean, a veterinary doctor and all of this, animal caretakers, animal volunteers, you know, the other, you know, careers that you can pick up from, you tending to animals. You can grow up being a vegetarian because you cannot eat animals.
Because you have so much affection.
Because you have so much affection. Although sometimes I feel like some people have interesting relationships with their animals, like a little bit too affectionate. But I mean, I don't know if there's anything like that. Like, but same on same, I think it is a fantastic idea that you get your child a pet.
What do you think about people who eat dogs? Let's shake that table small.
Okay, so how do I put
give
this?
it a little shook.
I think it is interesting. You know why I said that? Because never say never.
Really? Wow.
But I don't think it's a regular animal to be eaten. I know in Nigeria, I know that they eat dogs in Ondo State and Calabar,
some parts of the South,
Some parts of the South, they actually eat dogs, and for some reason, it is not strange to them. But for some of us that are not from there, we kind of find it a little bit strange to eat dogs. So I really cannot say anything.
Yeah, okay. I mean, it won't be like my first choice.
It cannot be my first option.
I just feel like dogs have too much of a personality. So as I'm biting the thigh, I'm also biting part of their personality. So I don't know.
Only if I don't know. Only if I don't know. You know, there are times whereby, you know, you don't know that you're eating something. You would not know that the meat is not... I'm not even sure if the meat would not look regular. You just know that you're eating something. Only if you don't know. Like, you didn't tell me that it's a dog. The moment you tell me that it's a dog, my countenance towards that meal will change.
And towards you.
Yeah, like, why are you giving me a dog?
And why are you just telling me? Like, you know, I could be eating Jerry now. Now I'm eating Jerry.
Oh my goodness. And I mean, and you know, there are different religious beliefs towards animals. For instance, we have some religious sects that doesn't eat pigs. They don't eat bacon, they don't eat pork, they don't eat anything piggy.
I know Muslims, Islam, they don't.
It's out of their it's haram. Thank you very much for that word. It's haram for them to actually eat pigs and everything, and so some actually keep that as pets instead of eating them. So people rear pigs and everything. I think it's a very interesting animal to keep as pets because they are not very clean. They are not low maintenance. Sometimes when you're trying to get pets for your children, you should look at the maintenance level.
And that's what we'll really be getting into this morning, you know. And, you know, for our parents that is, you know, trying to maybe get their child engaged and whatnot, a pet is actually a very good place to start from. Because it's like a child. It's like a baby. You know, you have to tend for it. You know, if it's a dog, for instance, cats are self-cleaning.
Self-cleaning,
Rabbits too are self-cleaning.
Yes.
But if it's a dog, you know, dogs are very, very messy. You know, they go around picking things up, you know,
destroying things, playing with things.
They put everything into
everywhere.
Their mouth. Exactly. So, you know, it's a responsibility, and, you know, it's a good responsibility for a child to have so that he begins to understand, you know, desire and consequence. What do I mean? So you desire a pet, you desire a dog, you will get given the pets, you get given the responsibility, and, you know, consequence, whether it's good or for bad, you are the one that will bear it because, you know, you are the one that is responsible for the dog. So it's a very good... you know, it's a very good lesson of responsibility to children to actually have a pet, actually.
I like that, really. Have you eaten a frog?
No, I don't think so. Anyway, no, I've not.
Okay.
It tastes good.
It is nice.
Really?
To an extent,
They
yes.
they like grill it or something.
Yeah, I think they fry it.
Okay.
I don't know if they
Because eating boiled frog seems a bit
No, I think
it's
they
a bit too sloppy.
I think no. I think they fry it, but I know that they don't eat toads.
Can a frog be a pet?
Yes, a frog is, but I don't think it can be a pet in this part.
Can any animal be a pet?
Apart from wild animals, yes. It is illegal to have. You can have wild animals as pets in a zoo. Probably adopt the animal, but not have it in your homes.
Okay, I think it maybe depends on the country you're in.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
I really don't think.
This Tarzan. There's this Tarzan guy on Instagram. He's like an animal person
That has that white hair and all of that. I don't think he has them in his home.
So he goes to play with them.
Yeah, he goes to play with them and he tends for them or cares for them rather. I don't think he has them.
I know
in his home.
Arabs usually get things like that in their houses, like baby cubs or whatever, or like baby lions or something. Like all these like princes and sheikhs and whatnot. I've seen pictures, I've seen videos. There was a particular year that it was actually a big thing, like a big deal. It was like a social media trend.
Having tigers in your home.
Yes.
No.
Imagine having that in Nigeria.
So the thing is, I think when
You're definitely not getting visitors.
when we're breaking down this conversation before I brought it on the show, I was saying something about actually caring and loving for an animal. So the way you care for them from the onset is how they behave at the end of the day.
Actually.
So for instance, dogs, if you are always allowing the dog into the home, you're always playing with the dog, you're always petting the dog, always giving it food, always, and sometimes dogs are very demanding, always, playing with it and everything. There is a high possibility that it will not be as vicious as if you locked the dog up.
Right.
So if you're always locking that dog up, the dog will be more vicious than the dog that you let into the home. That is always playing and everything. So you would put the two dogs side by side. You see that one dog is very angry and mad. It's just like having a bush animal and a home animal.
Yeah.
You get. So the other one is playful and friendly. The other one is same as wild animals. I think that now this is where the problem is, because some of these animals are big. When they are trying to play with you, they will hurt you. That's
unknowingly.
the thing. Unknowingly. They didn't mean to, but they will. And then they have their instincts and all of that. So, that is why we're getting into the conversation this morning on things to know before getting a pet for your child.
Yes.
Number one, ensure that your child is serious about wanting a pet, because it is a long-time commitment. Simple and short. You mentioned something. Oh, look at those cats.
Oh.
Yeah, okay. You mentioned something about...
Face mask dog.
Bunny. I didn't actually want a bunny, guys.
I do. I really want a bunny.
Yeah, there was a time we used to,
I really want a
search
bunny.
on the internet for bunnies.
The issue, yeah.
I remember those days when we sit down and all we're looking at is bunnies.
I still want one. I think I'm going to get one. The issue now is just, obviously, I'm mostly at work than I'm at home. So it's where would I put the bunny? Like, is the bunny going to be...
And they love attention.
Yeah, so
it might die. Some
now.
Animals die of loneliness.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I just remember there's a particular country where you cannot get one guinea pig. It is illegal to get
one guinea pig because they might die.
Yeah, because they are social animals.
Yes.
Wow, yeah.
Some animals die of loneliness. So if you're not playing with them or not always giving them attention.
I heard, for instance, when they say bunny stage of a relationship.
No. What does that mean?
You don't know what that means?
The lovey-dovey part.
The bunny stage of a relationship.
What's the bunny stage?
All right, let's move on.
Tell me!
What?
Tell me the bunny stage of a relationship.
It's related to bunnies. So, bunnies have something, and it seems to be quite peculiar with bunnies and common with every bunny. When you have a male and female bunny, as in if you buy a male and you buy a female bunny, they tend to be around each other, to be with and in each other like a lot.
Okay, I get you.
So the bunny stage, that's where that comes from, the bunny stage.
Interesting.
Like bunny stage of a marriage.
Interesting. But shouldn't relationships always be in the bunny stage? Anyways, whatever. Let's just go.
Okay, yeah.
So please make sure that your child actually wants this animal before you get it. You know, there are times whereby the kids go, I want a dog, I want a cat, I want.
Yeah.
But they don't really want.
Yeah, because you know, kids, they change their mind very easily.
Very rapidly.
They get bored very easily.
Very
etc.
easily.
So you need to be sure that, you know, this investment, because it's actually a very serious investment. You know, people don't understand that you buy a dog, for instance. If you want to buy a collar, you buy a collar.
Yes.
Yeah. Then you are going to register with a veterinary hospital. You have to register. And then, you know, you get all the shots, all these vaccines.
Making sure that the animal is protected.
Yeah. And then you get his food, you know, the biscuits and whatnot. Me, I'm not a fan of giving dogs like leftovers and stuff like that. I don't know. I'm not really a fan of that.
No, some people actually make the dog food. Because there are some dogs, our dog is very picky, extremely picky. If you make food for Zen and there is no meat, best believe the dog is going to leave the food and come for yours. That is a given. He will wait and then gets an opportunity to enter the house. He will enter the house and sit right beside you and wait for you to give him food. Like, I don't get. What do you think what was that food?
What kind of posh dog is this?
What food did you put? And he will not eat it. And then you know they cry. There's this wimpy thing. Like, and then he will start crying. Like, and then you're like, come on, now eat it. It's so amazing, really.
Yeah.
How, you know, the psychology to animals is interesting.
Yeah.
Really interesting.
All right, so the second thing to note before getting a pet for your child is to read extensively about the pets you are about to adopt. You know, ask around and find people who have first-hand experience with the pets to know what you are in for. This actually reminds me of what's it called? You know, when we're searching for bunnies, really, and you know, we're looking at reasons why a bunny is probably a better option than a dog,
or
because you know, I had to consider my time, considering that I'm mostly at work, then I'm at home. So that means I wouldn't really be around the pets at all times. If I get a dog that requires a lot of attention and whatnot, you know, if I'm not there to give the attention, then that's a problem. But then with like a bunny, you know, bunnies, they catch fun.
They play.
Anyhow, you understand? They clean themselves. They're not dirty. I think the only thing with bunnies really is that they leave their hairs, you know,
then droplets of, you know, poop.
Yeah, I think they are actually clean. No, they don't just poop anywhere.
Are you sure?
When I was doing my research for bunnies anyway, I noticed that they are actually cleaner. Okay. They are almost as clean as cats. You know, cats too as well.
Cats are very clean.
They don't poo anywhere. They are very like, you know, posh. And
they don't.
Yeah, so you know, it's very important that you actually consider, you know, your lifestyle. You know, you consider your timing. You consider, you know, your commitments and whatnot, and you weigh that with, okay, I want a pet. I really want a dog, but it seems like because I really wanted a dog when I was having that, when you're looking at bunnies and whatnot. I really wanted a dog. Was like my lifestyle cannot accommodate for that kind of, and I wouldn't want a dog that I'm not paying attention to, because as you said, you know, these things can actually affect the dog where it becomes a bit wild. Because, you know, you're not playing with it, you're probably locking it up a lot more, because obviously you're not there to take care of it and whatnot. So, you know, you need to consider what is going on in your life, the timing, you need to consider your commitments, and then pick out the right pet. It does not have to be a dog all the time.
Yeah.
That's what another thing I want to like preach to Nigerian homes. It doesn't have to be a dog all the time. You can get some pets that you just, you know, like a bunny, like a rabbit, that you just be laughing all day, because those things just play. And then
do they keep hamsters in Nigeria? I don't think I've ever seen. I know abroad and some other African countries, you will see hamsters, you know, those things in the running mill and all of that. But for Nigeria, I don't think I've seen.
I've not seen anyone.
I don't think I've seen.
I've not met anyone with a hamster as a pet.
I've not met anyone. I know I've met somebody with ants.
Ant.
Yes.
Ant.
Very strange.
A-N-T.
Yes, ants.
Like the insect.
Sugar ants. Yes.
How do you lock them up?
At the so the father is some sort of a scientist. So he created something for the child. So they have like sugar ants in a box somewhere. Yeah. I've only seen it once.
Wow.
Yeah, here in Nigeria. Only seen it once.
That's very interesting.
It was very strange to me.
Yeah.
Extremely strange.
You're probably trying to teach the child about team building and community.
Maybe not. I don't know.
Because that's what ants... I mean, why would you want... I don't get.
Kids want interesting things. I hope you know. Probably always saying, I want ants. And okay, you know what?
Okay.
You will get ants.
You will get ants.
You will get ants. He probably did it as a joke, but realized that the child paid attention. I've seen goldfish. I've seen tadpoles that became frogs, but then I don't know what happened. I've seen dogs, I've seen cats, I've seen rabbits. I have never seen a snake as a pet in Nigeria.
Okay. All right.
I know I have seen videos of people keeping snakes as pets abroad. I find that a little bit strange.
I've actually met somebody, you know, in Coventry, in England, that, you know, had a snake as a pet, you know. And it was not even a joke because it was a python, I think.
Why?
It was one of those dangerous snakes, and he just had it in a cage, and he'd be playing with it, and he's trying to bring in arrows. I'm like, hey, listen, listen, don't let's start off on the wrong foot, you know, like don't.
I just feel like that's dangerous.
Yeah, but
I mean, I don't know, but
but you know, he knows how to, you know, he actually knows how to take care of the animal. He knows what not to do to get it, you know, riled up and whatnot, which is very interesting to me, actually. Like, while you're getting a snake in the first step, if you know that this thing can probably, it actually turns on the owner. You know, yeah. But actually, snakes are, as much as they are kind of scary, they're actually not, they're not prone to, When a snake, not all snakes, some snakes are, you know, they attack, you know, they play on the offensive usually. But usually, you know, and that's like a very small ratio of particular types of snake compared to the rest.
All right.
Usually, the average snake is it gets its, you know, attacks out of defense.
Have
not
no
offense
idea.
Actually.
On this, yes.
Yes.
But
no, it's true though.
I just think it's dangerous.
It's true though. They don't attack on offense. They don't attack because they want to attack you. They attack you when they feel like you want to attack them. Do you understand? But then obviously there's a group of snakes, you know, the very dangerous one and the highly venomous
There's a reason why we have categories of pets. We have the wild animals, we have the domestic animal. We did that in social studies, people. The wild animals,
oh my days.
The domestic animals.
Should I tell you another one? So I met this guy in London, United Kingdom again. I went to see a friend, and this guy had a tarantula spider.
A who?
A tarantula spider. Those spiders.
What's the point? Is he trying to be Spider-Man?
Should I bust it? One day, the spider got missing.
Oh my goodness!
And we didn't know where it was in the house. Jeez. We didn't know where the spider was in the house.
Everyone would be on the edge.
I think I'm going to start packing my bags now and go back to Coventry because you people are not serious. We really actually didn't know where the spider was in the house. And, you know, obviously now everyone is fretting. The spider could be anywhere. You know, it's a 2-floor house. Like, the spider could be anywhere. But obviously, eventually, he found it. And then, you know, he got warned severely that, bro, you know, nobody's comfortable with this. So, you know, lock your tarantula up and play with it.
Tarantula.
Yeah, you know, it was very big.
It would be gigantic and then it's furry-ish.
Very furry, yeah.
Interesting choice of pets.
Yeah.
Some people are just daredevils.
Yeah.
That's it. Anyways, moving on to another thing that you should ensure while you're trying to get a pet for your child is establish ground rules in the house before the pet comes. Communicate to your little one that taking care of the pet will be a joint relationship, a joint responsibility, actually, and that he will also have to do his part and not leave it to someone else. We've already said that. Make sure you let the child understand that he has to be responsible for this animal, and also make sure you let the child know that, okay, so these are the things that are allowed, these are the things that are not allowed. At this particular time, the pet can be allowed into the house, the pet can eat this, can eat that, but you have to take care.
Ground rules.
When the pet poops, you know that you have to pack it. It's not like, Mommy, I'm a baby, you're not, now you have a child.
Yes,
Pick it
exactly.
up. Like, when it's time for the pet to have its bath, you know that you have to, take up responsibility. When it's time to take the pet for a walk or for playing or something or to the vet, you know that you are up for it. So, all of this is, so it would not be like, I have a pet, play with it, and then you leave your responsibility for the parents. No.
Yeah.
If you're getting it, you must work for it.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so another thing to note before getting a pet for your child is to keep an eye out on good veterinarians around your home in case of emergencies. Also be informed about good pet food supply stores for your pets. It's very important that you actually find a veterinarian that knows what he or she is doing. Not a veterinarian, not a field doctor that now wants to come on experiments.
Oh, they come on. I don't think I've ever heard or seen anybody.
What?
I don't think so.
Okay, all right. Okay, I was being a bit too, but really, no. It's
really.
It's very important that you actually find a good veterinarian that knows what he or she is doing. There are some actually, just like there are quack doctors, there are quack veterinary doctors, because it's very. It seems you actually need to look out for the certificates as well. You need to be sure that they are vetted and trusted, by people who have used them. The write-up said find one that's near your home in case of emergencies. That is actually a good point. But, if the one near your home is not up to it, please, by all means, find somebody else, And then this thing about, pet food as well. When you're doing your research for what kind of pets to buy, food, now what they eat is also, very important, because you need to factor in the cost of their eating into your monthly budget now. It's no longer about just your food and your,
family and all that.
Oh, okay. I was going to say Faji money and family money.
Oh, okay. But, the Faji money. I mean, I don't know. Do people actually factor Faji money?
I budget in Faji money.
Cool. I should look into that.
Yeah,
too.
It's more fun that way. So there's always money for Faji.
Okay, so it means that's the conversation.
Faji is enjoyment, by the way, for our international audience.
Enjoyment money.
Enjoyment money. Oh, I'm there.
Where you go and flex with friends,
where
with
you
family.
Have fun, Okay.
Yeah.
So, when you are considering when you're considering what kind of pets to buy, you need to factor in the cost.
Yes.
The cost of pets is, the veterinary, all the shots they take before you actually bring the pets into the home. If you want to now even train said pets, you need to pay extra for that. But, a lot of people don't do that anyway. They train the pets by themselves. Another, the veterinary, the shots, and then the food. You need to now budget it as part of your monthly groceries. So as you are eating, the dog is eating.
Yeah.
Or the pet is eating.
The pet is eating.
Yes.
There's this documentary that I saw. They are like, but it's not in Nigeria, it's in America. They're like pet animals. So what they do, like pet police, what they do is they go around. People would lodge complaints about certain neighbors or certain families that are not caring for
their pets.
The pets, and then they go and then rescue the pets from the families and then take care of them and all. There's this particular family. They have over 15 dogs and 10 cats. They live in a family of 6. They live in a 2-bed.
Yeah.
A very tight 2-bed. So the dogs and the cats, and the cats were in cages and everything. They were all together. The grandparents, everybody lived in the same home. So of course, that nobody's living well.
Yeah.
No one is living well.
God.
It was disgusting. That's the word. So they had to rescue all of the animals.
All of them.
Because the animals were malnourished. They
like 25 animals.
25 animals in the same home. There was another lady. She had snakes. She had about 15 snakes in her homes. But then the snakes... Anyways, I just want to get into...
They eat each other?
They weren't eating each other because they had different... what's it called? But then one particular snake attacked her. Because our snakes never used to... When she started, she cared for them and all that, but then they were out snaking her. So one snake actually attacked her, and then she was the one that called for help.
Yeah.
And then they had to come rescue the snakes from her home and all of that, that she didn't have enough space to care for them because they were growing bigger, blah, 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 and all of that. So I think that you need to factor all of these things into your budget. When your child is crying for an animal and you don't have space for it, I think you should tell the child no.
No, not yet.
When you can't afford the food and all of that,
No,
not yet. When you can, then you will. What my parent told me was that when you can afford it, go and buy yourself a dog. So now it's not a big deal if I want to get a dog or a cat or anything because I can. But then, of course, you have to factor that. It's not just peanuts or leftovers, like you said, that you should be giving animals. There's sometimes that they need their supplements too.
Yeah.
They're like humans. They have life.
They are, yes.
So,
they have needs, they have an immune system as well. If their immune system gets weak, it's better you care for your pets, adequately enough that they don't get ill. Because, for instance, when the dog begins to get ill, when the dog's immune system begins to deteriorate,
it's a problem for you.
It's a problem for you because that is money. It's
a problem. It's not even about the money. You can be infected with something.
Okay, yes.
You can be given something. I mean, I know about rabies. I cannot say about other disease, but I know about rabies. If your dog is not getting the necessary shots and you're bitten, you can have that.
Yeah.
So that is something you should look into.
Yeah.
I don't know about other animals, but at least I can say that for dogs, and dogs are very popular.
Yeah.
You can get something, so you have to factor that. Now, another thing that you have to ensure before you get a pet for your child is be patient when taking care of your pet. It may take a while to adjust to this new being in the house, but it will be worth it. Yes, it is just very important that you factor, how you want to care for your animal in the house. But while you're factoring, look at that hamster. While you're factoring that, you need to be patient. At times whereby some animals, especially if you didn't get them as a puppy, they are used to the environment that they're coming from. So a lot of things you need to be patient with.
Yeah, because man, it's so funny how animals behave so sort of like humans sometimes, because that kind of pets would actually be shy. Actually, and you see that it's just notably shy.
Yeah.
So before it begins to open up to you, you're going to have to
come out.
You need to make it feel comfortable that you are now in your own home. Do you understand? This is now your home.
Yes.
But don't crap everywhere. But just make sure.
Have you ever seen somebody own a rat?
Yes.
No? Rat or mouse?
No, not met, but on social media.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like a rat, like the rodent.
Yes. People get very interesting choices of pets, actually.
Really?
Yes.
A rodent?
Yes.
Okay.
There was a time I had a monkey for a short while.
A what?
A monkey.
Okay, no, I mean, monkey isn't weird.
Yeah.
But then why?
The monkey slapped me. So that was the time I realized, all right, this relationship will not work out.
What happened?
I met it in Kwara State this year when I went for one of these trips with family. And the monkey was around, and I think, so someone patterned it for us. So, I was just supposed to have it during that holiday. And then, I was getting really attached to the monkey, and, I was thinking of bringing it back to Lagos. And then he owes me a dirty slap. I don't even remember. I think the monkey was playing. I think in his head he was playing. So I was like, whoa, if this is how this pet is going to be playing, he's probably going to slap me in my sleep or something. I said, nope. And if it was like, my parents were warning me, like, this monkey, this monkey is dangerous. So, but, I didn't listen. I was just, I was just fascinated by it. It's a monkey, and, he liked me, and I liked it. And then he slapped me, and I was like, no, okay, all right. That's why you belong in the village.
You know that it takes it takes two to tango when it has to do with animals.
Yeah.
So
I
yes,
must have done something.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Okay.
What I'm saying is, yes, your animal sometimes will throw tantrums, and then sometimes they would want to attack you. A lot of things can happen. Do you get? So sometimes that's why the patience thing is very important. Dogs would want to play with you, but they'll be biting you.
Yeah.
And then you'd be trying to tell that, okay, so bruv,
stop.
Can you stop? and then they would want to play with you, and then they're using their nails to scratch you and all of that, and then you're like, can you move back? Or they're trying to play with you and lick you, and then they're all sloppy all around you. So you have to be patient.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the slap...
Yeah.
Sorry.